Good evening, everyone. This is Mellissa Thomas with Florida National News. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm coming to you with the evening news rundown for Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. Always a pleasure to have you guys with us. We know you could be any place else, so thanks for tuning in here. So, quick update for COVID-19. You guys always know that we like to go over the World Health Organization's report with you. So according to the World Health Organization, today we're at 2.95 million confirmed cases in the world with 202,000 plus deaths. Here in the United States, we are approaching 961,000 confirmed cases with 49,000 plus deaths. And according to the Department of Health here in Florida, we're approaching 33,000 confirmed cases with nearly 1,200 confirmed deaths. Now, jumping over to world news where COVID-19 is concerned, the country of Germany is seeing a slight spike again as they ease their restrictions. Now, Chancellor Angela Merkel has mentioned her concern, having been a scientist herself. The reproduction rate has jumped up a little bit from 0.9 to 1.0. So far, it held 0.9 over the last few days. It was holding steady as the social distancing measures remain. But as things eased up, it went up to 1.0. Her concern is that she doesn't want to ease the restrictions to the point that cases increase and overwhelm their medical system, because according to her, if it even goes up to 1.1, they'll be overwhelmed by October. If it goes up to 1.2, that reproduction rate of how fast one person can infect another goes up to 1.2. It can overwhelm their system as early as July, and if it goes up to 1.3, as early as June. So what she insisted today is that their nation needs to continue to observe social distancing as much as possible to slow the spread of COVID-19. And she said she is willing to reinstate the restrictions that were in place before if the spikes are too sharp. Now, as of right now, their businesses, some of the shops have reopened, and some schools over there are set to reopen Monday, May 4th. Now, just a quick set of numbers for that nation. According to Johns Hopkins University, who's running their data, the country of Germany has close to 159,000 confirmed cases with over 6,100 deaths there. So Chancellor Merkel has much to be concerned about, so she continues to keep watch over her nation. Jumping over here to the United States, our push is with testing. So right now, several private companies here in the United States, such as Walmart, CVS, Kroger Health, and Rite Aid, their big push is to increase testing in the month of May. So for right now, the pledge for each of them is Walmart is saying that they'll have 100 testing sites that will be able to produce 20,000 tests per week. Kroger's announcing that they'll have 50 testing sites that will have completed 100,000 tests by the end of May. And CVS is announcing 1,000 test sites that will be able to produce 1.5 million tests per month. Now, total in the US so far has run 5.5 million COVID-19 tests. And just within the last week, they've processed 1.5 million samples. Obviously, the push is more so for a vaccine to alleviate everybody's worries so we can know that there is a cure, if you will, to be able to move on. But so far, that's the status of where we are as a country and what our push is right now with COVID-19. And speaking of reopenings, here in the state of Florida, Miami-Dade and Broward counties are beginning to slowly reopen in the overall state effort to reopen. So now the thing to note that is closed are beaches and non-essential businesses. Those remain closed as of right now. However, what they have chosen to reopen are, of course, essential businesses. They've remained open, but they've chosen to reopen parks and waterways in those respective counties. The one caveat to note, though, is that the city of Miami is not complying with the county where that's concerned. They have chosen, out of concern of increasing the spread, they have chosen to maintain their closures. They are not reopening their parks or any waterways this week. So that's the update here on the state level. A quick little bit of business news for you. When you're going on a flight, normally your checklist is your boarding pass and your ID. But what about a mask? Yes, that's right. JetBlue is adding that to your checklist. JetBlue is the first airline to require a mask for travelers that are looking to travel using their airline as of May 4th, which is Monday. Now, JetBlue has already been requiring this of their crew. So their crew have already been wearing the mask. They're making sure that passengers do the same. And for passengers, this is going to be something that you'll have to wear through the entire process, from the moment you check in to the moment you board, in flight, and during deplaning. So they want to make sure to slow the spread or stop the spread of COVID-19 while you're on their flight. So that's a bit of travel updates for those of you who are able to travel, who are able to take a flight. Now, tonight we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to bring you a quick sports update first. Now, you may have heard Casey Hudson mention last night about LA getting 4.6 million in relief funding. The update to that is they've actually chosen to return that funding because the funding was through the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. And as you've heard us report over the last week and over this past weekend with the restaurants, LA decided to return that funding because they didn't realize just how quickly that first round of funding dried up. So kudos to LA to make sure that small businesses who need the funding a little bit more, they get the funding that they need. Now, for our entertainment update, we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. And I would love to bring in our entertainment reporter from out in Los Angeles, California, Jamesia Stoudemire. So, good evening, Jamesia.
Stage. Good afternoon, guys. It's afternoon here. Good evening for all you that out there in Florida. Jamesia Stoudemire here, broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. Thanks for having us on tonight, Mellissa. So tonight we have something new for you guys. It's the Entertainment 4 for 4. So topping it off tonight, we're going to talk about Travis Scott and his astronomical concert that launched live this past weekend on April 23rd inside of Fortnite. So for those of you that don't know what Fortnite is the online video game. And inside this video game on April 23rd, over 12.3 million players tuned in to watch the live concert performance. Travis Scott performed songs such as Sicko Mode, Goosebumps, and his new single, The Scotts, featuring Kid Cudi. So you can check out that new single now on all streaming platforms. And there'll be an encore performance of his astronomical concert until this Sunday in Fortnite. So if you want to tune in, jump in now. Number 2, Post Malone and his Nirvana tribute concert. Awesome. Still available on YouTube for those that have missed it. But what Post Malone did was he actually did a whole Nirvana tribute concert. So he sang over it was an 80-minute show singing about, I believe it was 16 Nirvana songs. He was accompanied by 3 other musicians, and they were able to raise over $500,000 in funds during that YouTube show. And what Google did is they matched for every dollar that was raised, $2. So bringing that grand total to $4.3 million raised for COVID relief funds. And those that money will actually be going towards the World Health Organization relief efforts. And also Post Malone did something else kind of cool this week. His single Circles has now been in the top 100 for over 34 weeks. So congratulations to Post Malone. Number 3, The Call to Unite. There's an amazing movement just going on right now as all celebrities, entertainers, and leaders are going to be kicking off a 24-hour live stream event. You're going to have the president, our former president, George W. Bush, Oprah, Julia Roberts. Oh my. Everybody is going to be on the screen. And again, this is a 24-hour live stream event. It's going to kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will go continuous for 24 hours until May 2nd. If you guys want to check out more information on that, you can go to unite.us. So unite.us. Number 4, my favorite, Josh Gad does a Goonies reunion. So Josh Gad is best known for the voice of Olaf in LeFou from Beauty and the Beast. And he has created a YouTube show called Reunited Apart. And his first episode, The Goonies Reunion. Hey, you guys! He brought everyone together and even had a special guest, Steven Spielberg, who actually, I believe, co-produced The Goonies. So you guys can still check that out on his YouTube channel. It was amazing. They talked about their personal life, professionally, and even did reenactments. So just to give you guys a recap of this evening's entertainment 444, Travis Scott with his live stream concert in Fortnite. Number 2, Post Malone raising over $4.3 million for COVID-19 relief. Number 3, to tune in and for the kickoff of the Call to Unite. And that's unite.us if you want to follow up more information on that. Over 200 different celebrities, entertainers, and leaders. So everyone's coming together. And number 4 is the Goonies reunion by Josh Gad. And you guys can check out his YouTube. That'll be continuing. And each episode is actually, they're trying to donate the efforts to different foundations as well. So I just want to thank you guys again. This is Jamesia. You guys can follow me at @the_ENT mogul. And Mellissa, back over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Jamesia. We definitely appreciate you. And you guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. as we continue to bring you more entertainment updates. So a little bit of an entertainment note today for you guys heading into tomorrow, a bit of a programming note for us here at Florida National News. Wednesday is going to be an action-packed day. You're going to get 3 bits of programming from us right here at FloridaNationalNews.com, starting with our exclusive one-on-one interview with X Factor diva Lily Nicole McLeod. She is coming to us live all the way from Slovakia. She will be here with us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to tune in for that. Okay, and of course, at 5 p.m. live, you will check us out right here at the Evening News Rundown. You'll be able to get the latest news from me here at 5 p.m., of course, Eastern Standard Time. And at 8 p.m., you'll be able to catch our one and only Casey Hudson as she brings you the FNN Sports Take, so you guys can get your daily dose of sports. So that does it for us here at the Evening News Rundown. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your time. You guys make sure to have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.